Hi, I'm Mike from the Buttery Show here at the Burbank Marriott Convention Center for Toon Con with the legendary cartoonist himself, Maxwell Atoms. How are you doing?
Oh, that's me. I'm doing great, thank you.
How are you enjoying the convention so far?
I'm loving it a lot. It's you get to meet a whole bunch of cool people you've never met and a whole bunch of people that you worked with 20 years ago.
Awesome. Yeah, Greg Eagle's like right over there. I'm always happy to see you guys. Speaking on that subject matter, what was the process behind making Billy and Mandy? I know it was originally a pilot for Cartoon Network's Big Pick Summer 1999, and it was based on an earlier film you had. Can you walk us through that whole process?
Sure. The college film was called Trepanation of the Skull and You, which is a process where you drill holes in your own or a friend's head to release bad juju and demons. Don't do this at home. But that was the college film, and for whatever reason, Cartoon Network liked those characters and asked me at one point if I had a show with those characters in it. So I was like, yeah, but I feel like it needs something else, so why not the Grim Reaper? They're bound to love that.
Yeah. I'm happy to say that it was the show I voted for back in '99, and it did become a finalist, and it ended up becoming the winner of the first annual competition. And I'm happy to see it become a full show, but it did appear as sort of a double bill with what we now know as Evil with Meat, Evil con Carne. When it aired as Grim and Evil, was there like a request for you to make it a double bill show, or was there like a different show that you also wanted to have as a cartoon, but then just like use Billy and Mandy as a way of getting in through the door?
We won that Big Pick weekend, and at that point, all of the Cartoon Network shows, at least all the comedies, were 7-minute cartoons, and they all had a middle cartoon. So, like Dexter's Lab had Dial M for Monkey,
and Justice Friends.
Justice Friends. So, when it came time to do Billy and Mandy, we won the Big Pick, but it was going to be about a year before, we had episodes coming back from that. So while that was going on, Cartoon Network was like, well, do you want to do another pilot in the meantime? And that turned out to be Evil con Carne. So by the time I got done with that, they were like, well, just package these together.
All right. Was there any particular inspiration for Evil con Carne?
Billy and Mandy was sort of my love letter / making fun of all the cartoons and TV shows I loved as a kid. But mostly the comedies, and Evil con Carne was sort of the other side of that, the B side of Saturday morning, which were the action cartoons like, G.I. Joe, Transformers, He-Man, that kind of thing.
Yeah, no, I loved both of those shows. I love how Grimm had that Jamaican accent, and like he was even a fan of Atrosha, who was a reference to Elvira, but also on the Evil con Carne side, you got Boskov, the Russian bear, and Cod Commando, who's a fish. What was your most favorite episode on each of those two shows to work on?
That's a good question. It's hard for me to pick favorites because I tend to pick whatever I'm working on currently, but I would say definitely the specials were a lot of fun for Billy and Mandy. So like Big Boogie Adventure, obviously, like the Christmas special, stuff like that, because we had just a little more time and money that we could sink into those. And Evil con Carne, probably Gridlocked and Loaded. I think that's one of my favorites, where they're just sitting in traffic, losing their mind.
To get to the ship,
yeah, that was one of the first ones where we sort of switched over to the new art style. So.
Yeah, one thing I loved about Big Boogie Adventure was that Kuki Sanban was in that movie, which was from the second winner of the Big Pick Summer than the following year, which is a great way to tie in both shows. So another question I have for you is, you had sort of an unaired film called Deadbeat. Do you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Sure. Yeah, it's after I stopped working at Disney back in like 2013. I wrote a script for a live-action puppet gore comedy thing. It was going to be all practical effects, and I've spent probably 10 years of my life just grinding away on it, only to have it kind of die during the pandemic, sadly.
Yeah, no, the pandemic ruined a lot of things for everyone. One last question about Billy and Mandy and Evil Con Carne. One of the a very iconic episode of Billy and Mandy involved a certain character from Evil Con Carne sort of spinning off into Billy and Mandy. What was the decision behind making Scar a new character in Billy and Mandy? And if you would go back, would it, is there a reason you chose Scar and not, say, Ghastly or Cod Commando to transfer over to Billy and Mandy?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how we landed exactly on Scar moving into the neighborhood, but I think of the 3 cast members from Evil Con Carne, like, he is the one. I mean, Ghastly's human too, but she has a focus on like science, and like the idea that he was just gonna like quit the evil dictator business and move in next door to Billy, I think we all found funny. So I think it was going to just be a one-off, but Armin Shimmerman, the voice of Scar, is just so fun that once we got through that episode, we're like, he'll come back.
Yeah, no, I love the way that one character says, dental hygienists! It was a great one. Are there any current or upcoming projects you'd like to let us know about that don't violate any NDAs?
No.
Well, you know, like whether you like chocolate, yes, or mint, I'm always happy to see you here, and I'm happy to properly meet you for the first time. Are there any social media that the fans can follow you on?
They can find me on Instagram under the real Maxwell Atoms. There was a fake one, I guess. I'm on Patreon, Tumblr, if anybody still uses that.
All right. Thank you so much. Well, this is Mike M. From The Buttery Show here with Maxwell Atoms, and we hope you have a fantastic rest of your weekend. Fred Burger, Fred Burger, Fred Burger, Fred Burger.